Okay, so let's consider the example of e raised to the x squared is equal to e to the 4x minus 2. And in the that's right here. This is example E. That's very silly. But in the directions for how we solve equations, how we solve exponential equations, the first thing we want to do is we want to see if we can use the one-to-one property. And I hope you see that we can in this because we have the same base in each one of these. We have a base of E and a base of B. So in essence, if we do have the same base, we can cancel them out. And then set the exponents equal to each other. So really what we're trying to solve here is the equation x squared is equal to 4x minus 2. So hopefully one of the first things you notice about this equation is that it is a quadratic equation. It's a second degree equation, which means that we are going to solve this either by factoring or using the quadratic formula. In either way, we have to get it in standard form, which means we want to get all the terms over on one side of the equation and 0 on the other side. So we're going to subtract 4x and add 2 to both sides of the equation to give us a 0 on the left-hand side. And the equation we're solving is x squared minus 4x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is what we need to solve. In regards to factoring, this is not factorable. We can't find two numbers whose product is 2 that sum to negative 4. So what that means is we're going to use the quadratic formula. And a quick reminder in regards to the quadratic formula says, let me write this over here on the side. The quadratic formula says if we have a quadratic equation that's in this general form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then we can solve that equation by using this formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so we have a standard quadratic here on the left-hand side. Hopefully you can see that our a value is 1, that our b value is negative 4, and that our c value is 2. Remember that a is the leading coefficient, which we don't have a number attached to it, so it's assumed to be a 1. B is the coefficient of our x term, and c is our constant term. So we're going to plug these numbers in for a, b, and c, and solving this, or substituting in, let's substitute in first, and then we'll figure out what our solutions look like.